Diane Thompson, your Kick Butt Health Coach. Do you ever feel overwhelmed during the course of your day and you start a project and on to another project before finishing the first project? I have felt that way way more times than I care to admit. One of the solutions, I believe, is having more structure in your life. And lately I've been talking a lot about structure, and I believe that structure is foundational to your success in anything that you do, whether it be your business, your family, your health, whatever. The more structure you have, the greater your chances of success. So I'm going to talk about work in this instance, but you can apply it to other things as well. So in my day, I have 2-hour time blocks. And there are several people that really believe that our brains, were wired to be the most effective, the most productive when we work in 2-hour blocks. So, and I've seen it in my own instance. I think it's really true. So, you might start using that in your day-to-day business or on your job or whatever. And here's how I do it, and I have several structure. I don't work more than 6 hours a day. I probably work 4 hours a day, to be honest with you. And in my 2 time blocks, I have what I'm going to accomplish during that 2-hour time block. Here's how, and this is what's crucial, and I'm doing it right now. How do you make that transition from one time block to the next? Hi, Michelle. So the most effective way to do that is to do something like this. Okay, I'm out on my beach, right? It's freezing out here, but I'm out here with my dog, and we're taking a 15-minute break in between my 2 time blocks, and it really brings a lot of closure to my first time block, and it's a great way to start my next time block. So learning that strategy, I believe, who else is on here? Hi, Kathy. Learning how to implement those 15-minute breaks, if you will, between time blocks is really effective. And the first person I ever heard talk about this was Eben Pagan. I don't know if you know who he is. Somebody else? Hi, Claire. I think it's Claire. I don't have my eyeglasses on. It's kind of hard to read the names on here. Eben Pagan, he's a productivity expert and life coach and very successful, is where I first heard this, and I've been implementing it for a while. So if you're somebody who's really being overwhelmed and challenged by things coming up and not finishing what you started, and I think this will be a great strategy for you. So again, using time blocks, 2-hour time blocks with a 15-minute break in between. And I like to do something physical. I like to go out for a walk, and it brings closure and it resets my next 2-hour time block. So I hope that's helpful. Yay! Give me a thumbs up if you really like this. Implement it. I'd love to hear what some of your experiences are using this strategy. So hope you're having a great day. I really have to share the beauty of where I am right now. Just imagine, being able to walk down to a beach during your time blocks. It's just amazing. I am so blessed. Here goes. There's the water. I'm going to show you. You can see Mount Baker, but it might not be really clear. But Mount Baker we look at every day when it's out. And right now it's really cold. It's probably, 38, something like that. But this is where I like to do those 15-minute transitions from time blocks. So find some place you really enjoy close to your house. You don't want to have to drive anywhere because it's going to be more than 15 minutes. So hope this is helpful, and I will talk to you really soon. Bye-bye. I got to figure out, okay.